Welcome to the Nevis Newscast for Thursday, April 26, 2018. I'm Fredicia Liebert. Two suspects are in police custody in relation to a robbery which took place last evening, Wednesday, April 25th. A press release from the Royal St. Christopher and Nevis Police Force says police responded to a report of an armed robbery at Mem's Pizzeria at Prospect Gardens at about 9:18 p.m. When officers arrived, they found the staff and customers of Mem's Pizzeria outside the establishment. They reported that they were robbed of personal items by two individuals. Police inquiries revealed that the masked gunmen ran in the direction of Brown Hill, and the officers set off in hot pursuit. They caught one juvenile with items believed to be those stolen from persons at the pizzeria. He was taken into custody. A second suspect has since been taken into custody in relation to the incident. Police investigations into the matter are ongoing. In more local news,
we have come to a stage where it appears that we are begging the truckers to follow the law. My view is all the education in the world and all that, after that you have to enforce the law. So I myself have spoken to the head of traffic.
Premier the Honourable Mark Brantley was part of a panel from the Nevis Island administration who facilitated a town hall meeting on the Brown Hill Road Rehabilitation Project on Monday, April 23rd, when the reckless driving of heavy-duty trucks was one of the matters raised.
So I myself have spoken to the head of traffic, and I've said to her that, the set of talking and meetings, it gets to a point where you have to enforce the law, and whether it is giving out the tickets or doing whatever the law prescribes, it has to be done.
Premier Brantley also noted that the government will have to take steps to deal with the problem.
I am happy that I'm hearing this from the community, because I'm going to go back and have a further conversation, because I don't think it's for want of talking. We've talked on the radio, we've talked in every forum about the attitude of the truckers and their behavior. And I believe, I'm not making that commitment yet because I haven't had any consultation, but I think it will get to a point where the government will choose not to do business with some of them who insist on being reckless. Because I don't think we could continue to give them work if they're going to endanger the rest of the people in Nevis, and no matter how much we ask them to comply, they don't care. So the government right now is the biggest provider of business for truckers. They're either going to have to comply with the law, or some of them going to have to do without the business. It's as simple as that. Everybody needs to do their part, but I am adamant that we cannot wait until a tragedy occurs. So I hope the public appreciates and understands that we have to do what we have to do to ensure that all of us are safe on the roads.
The Honourable Spencer Brand has sought to address concerns about the possible closure of the Four Seasons Resort Nevis in order to carry out restoration work at the hotel. Mr. Brand is the Minister of Labour.
We have met, Mr. President, with the manager and the assistant manager and the HR persons at the Four Seasons, the Labour Department and our peers. And we, Mr. President, would have had some frank discussion. The hope is that there will not be any closure. But, Mr. President, I have known that sometimes we make certain projections, and things don't always go as planned. But I want to say to the people of Nevis that we have been assured that as minimum of closure as possible, Mr. President, would be facilitated by that institution.
Representatives from the Department of Labour have also met with the construction company which will be undertaking the restoration work at the Four Seasons Resort and encourage the company to utilize the island's skill set.
It is our hope, Mr. President, that we will not see a large workforce comes in from overseas while we have electricians and plumbers and contractors here on the island sitting down. We will not be too happy about that, Mr. President.
Minister of Labour, the Honourable Spencer Brand. The Ministry of Human Resources in the Nevis Island Administration is inviting applications for financial assistance funding approved by the Nevis Island Administration to an applicant in order to partially support higher education studies. The significance of financial assistance is measured by the government's priority areas, the applicant's professional development, the strategic objectives of the country, and the contribution their education will make to the wider community. Persons may apply for financial assistance whether or not they are employed by the Nevis Island Administration. For applications to be considered, applicants must submit a cover letter addressed to Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Human Resources requesting financial assistance. The letter should state the course of study, why the applicant wishes to undergo the specified field of education, and how such training will influence his or her professional development, how his or her professional development will contribute to the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis, and the commencement date and expected duration of studies. Each applicant should also submit an original university acceptance letter, a breakdown of course fees from the respective university, and a completed application form. Applications must be delivered to the Ministry of Human Resources by May 31st, 2018. For additional guidance and/or to request an application form, visit or contact the Ministry of Human Resources at 469-5521. Still to come.
So I want to appeal to the general public to partner with Badai.
The details after this break.
Culturama is the premier cultural festival of Nevis, and it is celebrated annually over the Emancipation Day weekend. And there is some significance in the date why Calvin Cabo Howell chose the Emancipation Day weekend. That weekend is when we celebrate the emancipation of our forefathers from slavery back in 1834. July 26th until August 7th, 2018, we will celebrate the 44th anniversary of this festival.
Welcome back. Community groups on Nevis are invited to learn more about a program that can provide them with financial and technical support for community-based projects. The Global Environment Facility GEF Small Grants Program and the United Nations Development Program UNDP will be holding a series of community meetings over the next 3 weeks. The meetings, which will be held in collaboration with the Department of Community Development, seek to share information on the Small Grants Program and to encourage groups to access funding for projects that would benefit their communities. The first meeting will take place at the Albertha Payne Community Centre in Bath Village on Saturday, April 28th at 5 p.m. Other meetings are slated to take place on May 14th at 5 p.m. at the Brown Hill Community Centre and 8 p.m. at the Butlers Community Centre, and on May 19th at 5 p.m. at the Jessups Community Centre. For more information, call or WhatsApp Ellis Watts, National Coordinator of GEF Small Grants Program, at 662-3135. Cultural evolution is the theme for Badaye's Children Revelry Troupe for Culturama 44. The theme was revealed by the owner of the troupe, J.D. Keynes, in a recent interview with the Department of Information. Keynes went into detail about this year's troupe.
Males, we have Mandisa, Rukia, Sharifa, Nyasha. And for males, we have Jabari and Kari. And you may say, where did they get these names from? The thing is, all of these names are of African descent, Swahili to be specific. And we wanted to do something that is different, whereas last year we just had general names based on the costume types. This year we are putting it specific. We want to have that personal touch. The Badaye package includes, of course, the costumes, and not just any costumes. Our costumes are trendy. When you hear Badaye, you know we are coming with very hot and trendy costumes. So you have trendy costumes for Badaye. Of course, there's refreshments because we make sure that our children are fed. We don't give them a full-blown meal, but we make sure that they're fed because refreshments are important. They've been dancing for a long time. We want to keep them hydrated as well, so we ensure that there's refreshments, so that's food and drinks. And of course, there's some goodie bags / accessories.
The goodie bags will include leaflets and other paraphernalia provided by the sponsors. Keynes mentioned the pricing of the costumes.
We have for the girls, they're paying $80 if you're a new registrant. If you are returning registrant rather, and if you're a new registrant, you're paying $85. And for the boys, $70 for the returning registrants and $75 for the new registrants.
Late registration runs from Saturday 16th to Saturday 30th June 2018 and attracts a cost of $95 EC dollars for girls and $85 EC dollars for boys. She is encouraging persons who have already indicated interest to make a down payment by the end of the month of April to secure their spots. Persons can pay all at once or in 2 installments. Keynes also noted that plans are going well and invited interested persons to partner with Badai.
So far, things are going well. We are on schedule in terms of our marketing and our efforts. Right now, we are accepting sponsors, and so I want to appeal to the general public to partner with Badai. Badai is a troop for the children of Nevis and for Culturama revelers on a whole, because of course we have some persons who reside overseas, come to Nevis for Culturama, and we want to accommodate them as well. And so for Badai, we think it's a wonderful experience. It's for children aged 2, well, if you're potty trained, 2 right up to 12. And of course, if we have a few teenagers who want to participate, we welcome them as well.
Interested persons can contact JD Keynes at 869-663-4423 or Badai's Facebook page. If you reside in the Gingerland area, you are encouraged to contact Jivan Archibald. Badai made its debut in Culturama 43 when a total of 62 children participated on parade day. That's how we wrap up this edition of the Nevis Newscast. On behalf of all of us here at the Department of Information, I'm Freddie Liebert. Thank you for viewing.